I'll play here, and we are back today playing some more modern. So back on Bogles today. I've been playtesting a little bit with green white Bogles recently as well. So I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be going back to the trusted Bant here. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be including the Core Spirit Dancer. Core Spirit Dancer, obviously, a very powerful card and very infamous card in Bogles. And yeah, hopefully it's really good for us here today. So I've got my sort of stock land base that I'm using. It's pretty painful, but most of the time we gain the life back with staggering insights and effects like that. And yeah, as for the auras, we've got the playsets of Ethereal Armor, of Hyena Umbra, of Curious Obsession, and of Daybreak Coronet. And then we're running the 3 off the Rancor, the Staggering Insight, the Arcane Flight. Full set of Force Negations as interaction in the main deck. Currently got no paths in the list, should hopefully be okay. Lyris is a companion, and then we've got a mix of Torpor Orb, Suppression Field, Sealed Primordium, Gadok Teague, Force of Vigor, and Leyline of Sanctity in the side. Alright, well, we're going to take this fun deck and, yeah, jump into the good stuff. Yeah, I've obviously have done a lot of playing with Bant during Uro Winter, I'm going to call it. I think it's mostly the more powerful deck. The Curious Obsession was kind of replacing Core Spirit Dancer, but it's also sometimes just like a poor man's Core Spirit Dancer, right? Alright, so here we are for match number 1. We lost the Dyro. We are versing Damien M. And we got this Core Spirit Dancer hand with no other creatures. Opponent keeping a 7. I think we look for the 1 mana creature here. Okay, that's not it. And alright, we find this one. We're going to keep this. And then we can look to ditch and Banner Confluence, look to ditch an Arcane Flight, and that should be the most balanced hand we can have here. You could potentially go for a Dried Arbor build, but we're not doing that here today. His opponent Wooded Foothills into Eyebrow could be Ponza, or it could be a Heliod combo as well. I'm just gonna assume that it's Ponza, go crack, get my basic, play out my Bogle. I guess we'll see what they do. We are going to be shut off white mana at this point. We might be able to get there if this Curious Obsession draws us into an Arcane Flight, though. Red. So they'll have access to 2 mana currently, 3 mana if they play another land. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. So it looks like just, yeah, Ponza, and they're still setting up. So we'll take that for now. Alright, and we draw Horizon Canopy. Well, we'll go ahead and fetch our basic. Play out both our auras, get that attack happening. Alright, we're always going to be saying yes to this card draw. We find Ethereal Armor. Alright, well that's really, really strong. I guess we see what their play is. If it's a Blood Moon on turn 3, that might not be good enough. If it's something bigger, then, you know, maybe that begs some questions. Alright, Clothis and a Blood Moon. Alright, well, we've already played around Blood Moon as best as we can. So, Aura, attack. Oh, wow, oh wow. Yep. Ooh, opponent is ramping. Get ready for it. Alright. What are we going for now, opponent? Obviously, if my opponent gets his Colossus online and we don't have evasion, we might be in some trouble. This Curious Obsession might start falling off. It's going to be interesting if he looks to attack or looks to leave back a blocker as well. So my guess is he's going to use the Chandra to try and kill me and use the Colossus as a jump blocker continuously. We got some more action coming down. Wow. Well, my opponent missed the land drop, but his hand's absolutely gas. Alright, so goodbye our basic planes. Hopefully we find that Arcane Flight and we can just kill our opponent in 2 turns. Or that. Or that. That works too. Damn. Alright, our opponent saw the line. Unlucky team. Alright, we'll put this uncastable Lurus into hand, just because we literally don't have anything else to do with our turn. Pillage, entering exile. Another Utopia Sprawl. Yep. Alright, well if we dodge another pillage and we find flying... Wow, Nahiri. Well, that's actually important information. It's my opponent splashing in for the Emrakul. What is going on here? Oh, the activated ability from Chandra. Oh, wait, no, he's exiled away my ethereal armor with Nahiri. Fuck. Alright, well, we're drawing dead, so... Blood Moon OP. Alright, we obviously need some description of answers against Blood Moon. Unfortunately, we don't have any answers for Magus of the Moon. They sort of overlap a little bit with these Force Negations, though. There's also potential for Gadok Tig to stop a few of these Planeswalkers being cast. Mostly, I don't think we're concerned about the Planeswalkers, though, so we're going to leave Tig in the side. Suppression Field's actually very good against Ponza, especially when you're on the play. So we're going to definitely bring in Suppression Field. Now the big questions are what to take out. I feel like some number of Core Spirit Dancers can probably be removed here. And then, I don't know, really, like, probably some Force Negations. And we'll go something like that and cross our fingers. Alright, well, we've got a completely aura-free hand here. I think we need a mull. Alright, this is looking a lot better. Definitely keeping this one. Need to put a card on the bottom. There's definitely going to be a land going on the bottom. Let's get rid of this Windswept Teeth. We've already got one basic into hand, and we can use the Mana Confluence to cast our non-white auras. Alright, Bogle off of blue for swagger. And the opponent has the turn 1 Utopia Sprawl. Alright, we find the Temple Garden. So I'm actually going to play out the Temple Garden here, take 2 extra points of damage. This guarantees that I can play both my Rancor and my Arcane Flight here, and I'm not going to be stuck with one of them in hand. Slightly worse if our opponents randomly boarded in an Anger of the Gods. Alright, looks like a Blood Moon. And we should just be able to kill our opponent in 3 to 4 attacks. Or 2 to 3 attacks, sorry. Alright, so attack on in. Opponent goes to 8. What have we got now? Seems like he's leaning heavier on the Blood Moons than what he is on the Magus of the Moon. Wow, that's it? You literally just like kept a Blood Moon hand and that was it. Are we getting Force of Vigor here? No. Alright. Lightning Bolt us, yep. We'll take it. Opponent concedes, cool. On the draw, I think, like, you know, answers to Blood Moon are all well and good. But preventing it from hitting the board is probably quite relevant as well. We're going to remove the Suppression Fields and the last Core Spirit Dancer now. We'll take that list in. Alright, traditional Bogle hand is one without creatures, so we mull. And it's looking a lot better, but very soft to Blood Moon. I guess we keep though anyway. And I guess we ditch... I don't know. I want to ditch Daybreak Coronet there because it's expensive, but also... we probably have enough Ethereal Armors with 2. Alright, what do we got, opponent? Let's draw a Force of Negation. No Force of Negation. Alright, well, this hand is looking extra dicey. We don't even have a green card in there to enable a Force of Vigor. Alright, let's see what our opponent's got. Clothis. Just a Clothis, that's it. Come on. Whites. Are we going straight for Nahiri? No. No, we are not. Alright, well, we never cast anything now. The power of being on the draw, guys. Ooh. Fun times. Watch them just, like, be randomly splashing Heliod combo as well. Oh, Nahiri. Yikes. This seems janky to me. I don't know if it's supposed to be better or worse than normal. Than the normal version of Ponza. Alright, well, we draw Force Negation super late here. I'm just going to concede. This is pretty much a waste of time at this point. Kept to 1 lander and only got to cast creature. Force Negation 2 turns too late. Well, we'll get them next turn. Yeah, we did have the answers there, we just didn't see them. Like, maybe, like, we're really going to mull away a double Ethereal Armor hand just to have Blood Moon interaction? Maybe. Probably not, though. I don't have the basic forest to even fetch a forest to play around the Blood Moon with the Seal of Primordium, so, you know, not happening. Alright, so match number 2, we're versing JRDC, and we won the die roll, so we're going to be on the play. Alright, we got this 1 lander with 3 very good auras, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Note that we can't cast the Arcane Flight currently, though. Alright, we might as well get the Temple Garden here. Although we've got the Razorverge Thicket in the deck, I prefer to be able to cast Ethereal Armor Rancor than Ethereal Armor First Strike, than Arcane Flight. Looks like maybe a Shadow deck. Nope. Trio. Mardu. Well, against a Mardu deck, we do actually have a decent hand because we can play creatures and play around Oath of Kaya. I'd warrant a guess that they're on a Stoneblade deck, though. Okay. What do we make of that? Other than Curious Obsession being an incredible draw. We afraid of like main deck Blessed Alliance here for some reason. Alright, so some sort of 4-color deck, potentially Omnath. Oh, we are so punished for having 1 card in our graveyard. Look at our opponent go. Alright, so we're going to attack. We're going to put them to 8, and we're virtually 1 attack off killing them at this point. Play out our second creature to play around something like Liliana of the Veil, or a similar Edict effect. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, well, this Arcane Flight's looking even better now. If we draw any 1-mana white or green aura, we can then kill them as well. What's this? Dreadbore Sorcery. Wow. Why do they make art which looks like a freaking like Yu-Gi-Oh border? I don't know. I don't get it. We, however, do get the win here, so that's not too shabby. So we've seen Teferi, Drown in the Lock, Seasoned Pyromancer, and 4 colors excluding green. Right. Okay, well, let's look over at these Leyline of Sanctities, because they could be pretty handy. I don't think I'd want to be bringing in too much else, though. Maybe a trim on Core Spirit Dancer, Staggering Insight. Probably want like our evasive effects. Might actually remove 2 Core Spirit Dancers and then like 1 Force Negation. Alright, we'll go with that. I'm not expecting Blood Moon this time, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we've got this hand with 2 creatures. We don't have Lurrus because we sided in ley lines, and I think on the balance of things, his hand's probably reasonable to keep. We still don't know exactly what we're versing. We also have the Hyena Umbra, which is totem armor for things like Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push. But that Path to Exile could get us. Alright, looks like turn 1 Thoughtseize. Or the version that deals no damage. Alright, let's look for an IROC bug and see if we can get the guy on top. Hey Trapixia, how you going? Welcome back. How's your day been? Oh, freaking hell. Well, if that's not just a little bit insulting, that drawing that ley line post discard. Alright, so we all know what our opponent's about. They're holding up the Fatal Push. We're not going to play into that just yet. Pretty good. Went running along the beach. How was your day? Yeah, my day wasn't too bad, thanks. I reckon it would have been a good day to be at the beach going for a run. I'll pay that. We're totally playing into Drown in the Lock if we go to cast this one now. Yeah, I was just at work and wasn't nothing too exciting to report there. Opponent's missing land drops. I'm okay still not extending this onto the board just yet. I want to see them actually tap some mana for something. Alright, play to land. Alright, we'll see if our opponent tries to counter this Leyline of Sanctity. If not, our hand's protected. And we're potentially protected from some sacrifice effects as well. Which deck am I playing tonight? I'm playing my Bant Bogle deck. I can potentially play a different deck for game 2 if you want. Like maybe I can pull up Burn again. If you're sticking around for that one. But if not, I might just run 2 lots of Bogles. Because I'm sort of tired tonight. And sort of, you know, just want to play what I know, what's easy, all of that. So opponent's got the Jeskai Triome and the Mardu Triome here. Ooh, Burn. Yeah. I got your attention with that one, didn't I? We're finding a lot of lands here. At least we're not missing our land drops like our opponent, I suppose. His hand's going to be full of so much gross stuff. How do I do this? Alright, well, we're going to have to pull the pin on this Core Spirit Dancer at some point, so it might as well be now. Gonna try and give it an aura, but it's probably going to be dead. You'll be in and out as Tristan and Leia are coming around in a bit. Yeah. Alright, so I was suspecting of Drowning the Loch there. Unfortunately, I can't exile my graveyard. There's going to be like a reoccurring issue where if we draw a Slippery Bogle, they can potentially counter it with Drown again. Another reason why, like, see the truth. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of these into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. The spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand. Alright. Go for the old second main Glade Cover Scout. See if we can get that past that counter magic. But I smell another Drowning Lock here. This is unfortunate. Opponent doesn't want to put a single ounce of pressure on the board. He'd just rather sit there holding up freaking a playset of Drowning the Lock. Unlucky team. It's not even like Mana Leak. Like, Mana Leak I can actually get past here. I've got enough mana to pay for Mana Leak. It's like super lame. They're floating mana? Alright, well they were mana screwed before, but now they're in a situation where they're actually getting some stuff done. So we're going to need a top decker creature, hopefully. Well, Seasoned Pyromancer, not the worst thing to see. We've seen Mystical Dispute and Wrath of God now, though. It's sort of important information. Alright, and we find a Slippery Bogle. Alright. Let's go ahead and cast some auras down on it. And why not? All in. We'll get all our auras past the counter magic. All the auras we can. Obviously, Curious Obsession would fall off if we play it there. So we're not going to put that one down just yet. Lightning Bolt. Whew. Yeah, well that one's... Chandra is a good way around my Leyline of Sanctity. But we will be gaining a lot of life from our Bogle. So that's good. Majek Olag. Great top deck, lol. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. It was almost as great a top deck as that turn 1 Leyline of Sanctity we drew. That was pretty OP as well. Arguably, it might have been slightly better in our starting hand. But we did get there in the end. Fortunately, like, our opponent just didn't really pressure us for the first 5 or 6 turns of the game, so we were allowed to top deck cards like that. Oh, I don't think that Wrath of God works the way you think it works, opponent. Unless they're playing around. Unless they've got a second one in hand. How did they flash that one back? Snapcaster Mage. That's a little bit gross. So attack them for 9. We get to draw a card. Maybe we can draw something that counters a Wrath of God. It doesn't counter a Wrath of God, but it's pretty good. I think we leave it in hand, though. So you got the second Wrath here? You kidding me, man. Supreme Verdict. Rip. Alright. We're back in top deck mode. What is he playing now? Like Walking Ballista or something? Jace the Mind Sculptor, of course. Yeah. Alright, well, opponent has to Fate Seal himself there because he can't target me through Leyline. Okay, let's let's take the time to put this Leyline onto the board. Double protection now. So we have to play around both Supreme Verdict and Wrath of God. Timely reinforcements. Alright. No creatures though. This one's like, I don't know. It's not over yet, but I'd definitely say my opponent is favoured with the Jace. The Chandra is like less of an issue. The Emblem, I guess, can be an issue. They're using the Brainstorm this time, which makes more sense than the Scry. Or the Fate Seal. Oh, buddy. Get on out there. Glade Cover Scout. This is a few good top decks in a row. We get this one down. We're out of the range of Anger of the Gods, which is potentially important. Also, if we draw something like Daybreak Coronet, we can kill our opponent next turn. Alright. See the truth. The truth has been seen. Then he brainstorms. Yeah, I guess that sequencing makes more sense. You can put some unwanted cards on the bottom. Get a whole nother draw. Alright, well, I guess we just leave that one in hand. Oh god, what's he doing? Settle the wreckage? Elemental tokens, alright. Yeah, that makes sense. They're still doing the plus on Chandra. I really would think that they'd just cash in the Emblem, especially with the Jace. Why wouldn't you wait until next term to cast Timely Reinforcements? Like, there's no way I kill my opponent this turn. And that's just a little bit of a waste. He could have 3 extra tokens on the board if he was just slightly more patient. He's obviously going to block with that Elemental. He's not attacking with it. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to need our deck to help us a little bit aura-wise. But we're still in with the shot still. Moment. Wait. How'd my creature died? Oh, he had Tear. Okay. Well, Tear's going to end it. Cool. Alright. That was interesting. So he has Jason Chandra at 4 mana. He has Supreme Verdict and Wrath of God. We did still see Lightning Bolt. I mean, I see almost enough of an argument for Gadok Teeg here. I think Rancor's pretty good here. There's potential to minus a land. Do we need Leyline of Sanctity if we're on the play? Probably not. If we remove the Leyline of Sanctity, remove a Force of Negation. Got this. Alright, let's go with that. Oh, the 33% right here. Alright, well this is freaking spicy as heck. Let's keep this one. So turn 2, we can assemble our Totem Armor, and we can attack and draw a card. 3 damage, and then turn 3 we can Gadok Teeg, potentially, if it's not taken away. Alright, Bogle down. Never didn't have a turn 1 discard spell. Literally 100% of time against these decks. I guess they did mull to 6 to find that Thoughtseize. After seeing the Leylines last game, I thought they would have trimmed on it potentially, but not here. Okay, so he's taken away the Hyena Umbra, which is sort of interesting. Let's go ahead and cast our Curious Obsession. Yes, we need to start digging for a second source of Totem Armor, or potentially advancing to putting this Lurrus into hand. Incredible. How does he do it? So this is sort of representative of Drown in the Loch at the moment. Our opponent could also have Snapcaster Mage. Sack this Horizon Canopy. Wow, deck. Wow, can you give us some freaking non-land cards? Holy cow, dude. That's ridiculous. Alright, we're just getting Snapcaster Mage chump blocked here. We can't afford not to attack in this spot. Literally, our deck is just trolling us at this point. We even sided out a land, and we're still super fucking land flooded. So, you know, bad beats on this one. We still have a lot of play. We can lure us to hand and all of that, but, like, obviously this isn't good for us. I guess another option is just let it fall off and play the Gadok Teeg. I couldn't help but feel we'd be playing Gadok Teeg into Drown in the Loch there, though. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Alright, get ready for the third Thoughtseize effect. Yeah, pretty unfortunate. What's the point of card draw when when you only draw into your mana? Watch it though. Next game will just be land screwed. The polar opposite. Oh, no discard effect. AUS is nervous about this Lurrus getting countered. I smell a drown in the lock. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Amazing. Literally, I don't have a choice but to make them have it, though. So, it's just what it is. It's like so dumb as well. I was about to say, it's so dumb. They haven't applied a single bit of pressure to me. They do have a card that pressures now. But, like, honestly, it's turn 6. It's my turn 6. And they've finally put their first bit of pressure on the board. So, it's what it is. Maybe we could have played, like, slightly differently. So we had less fetch lands in the graveyard. And we would have an easier time resolving Lurrus. But yeah, like, can't do much with this kind of drawing. Zero cards left in my opponent's hand. If we find a creature, we can play it. If we find a core Spirit Dancer, that's even better. So, we've lost 3 creatures. We still have 10 in the deck. An opponent basically, yeah. It's in a good spot here. Let's see. What do we find? Cool. Technically, we're not dead, so we can still get flying and block them immediately and click, but, like, we'd need to, like, core Spirit Dancer, them not have removal, and be able to block the flyer. Thin the library ever so slightly. We're just getting lightning bolted here in response to our fetch. What's going on? Okay, beautiful. I mean, like, it wasn't going to fucking matter anyway. What was on top? What was on top? Yeah, nothing we wanted. How do I view the chat? I can't? Okay. Seems weird. So, would we have been in a different situation if we'd left Leyline in then? Potentially, the Inquisition of Kozilek wouldn't have taken away our Hyena Umbra. In which case, we would have been free to attack and we would have been fine to enact our game plan. And my opponent had no real way to deal with our creature if our creature didn't get blocked out by a Snapcaster Mage. So, I guess if we kept our Leyline in and all the stars aligned, we would have been fine. But then again, if we just drew, like, an aura that added 1 toughness, which is literally any aura except the 3 Rancors in our deck, and, you know, we also would have been fine. Alright, so here we are for match number 3. We're versing Socorri Istian. I don't know, something Spanish sounding. Alright, we got this nice, wonderful hand with no green mana, so let's throw it. Alright, this one's looking better. We'll keep this. We'll ditch the breeding pool and get into it. Maybe we can keep breeding pool, but I don't really think it's worth it. You always want to keep like the double creature here, by the way, as well, so you don't get like thought seized out, or I guess if our opponent has a Liliana of the Veil. Same effect though. Play around that Edict. Steam Vent's in tapped. I like it. Technically we're just like better off going in on the one creature here. Plays around things like Supreme Verdict a little bit better. Morale, so we're versing Storm. Alright, so we're probably dead. Alright, okay. That's not an aura, but that is an excellent draw. So looks like my opponent's going for it. They've already got all the mana in the world. Guess it's like not entirely true. Like it does get eaten up pretty quickly. I guess if their creature was removed and they were casting the spells, but yeah, I guess they could also have all their expensive half as well. Alright, so counter. Do you have the remand? Then with remand here, they kind of have to remand their own gifts, so that if we have another blue card in hand, we can't force a negation. But force a negation does just resolve. Okay, not bad. Past in flames anyway. What does that mean? Is he digging here, or does he have it? So you can only assume he drew the Serum Visions there, otherwise his sequencing makes no sense. He topped one, he bottomed the other. Another Serum Visions, alright. Floats double blue. Cast Serum Visions from hand. Wow, he hit his third after all of that? Damn, this has been like pretty darn good draws for him into Opt. So now he can Ritual, Pass in Flames, but he doesn't have any blue mana, so he'd need the 4th mana Morphos. 15. Oh my god, he puts us to exactly 0. Wow. Unlucky. We like don't have graveyard hate either, so this makes it pretty awkward. I'll let him like actually shoot me in case I'm 1 damage off and I get to live. But yeah, that's what I thought. We're dead. Cool. Alright, cards that are good against Storm. Teague. Usually graveyard hate. We don't have the graveyard hate here. Leyline of Sanctity. Good. That's really about it. This is like a fair bit to bring in as well. I think our core spirit dancers just get taken out for efficiency swap purposes. then we're probably looking at trimming on either Staggering Insight or Daybreak Coronet. I might go like a 2-2 split, still on the board for them, or still in the deck for them. Use that. Yeah, definitely with like the Force Negation, we've still got a lot of play against our opponent though. Unless they do the infamous going off during our turn. It'd be pretty wild. So yeah, normally your sideboard's in Leyline of Sanctity and like your Rest in Pieces, and I don't have Rest in Peace in the list though, so we'll just make do. And like honestly, Teague and Force of Negation aren't that bad as substitutes. They're pretty reasonable. There was a world where that Force of Negation in the previous game, countering the gifts, was just enough. Goodness, our opponent is taking a wider sideboard. A little bit surprising. Alright, what is going on now? Still going. 30 seconds remaining. Alright. I'm just guessing they went to the bathroom. Not much else makes sense. Like, not a hard deck to sideboard for, like, against. The hardest thing with Storm would be, like, what to board out. This is definitely a keep. It's not very aggressive, but it's got, like, 3 pieces of really good interaction, and it's still got a creature, so... Alright, so that's one is down, and opponent with the turn 1 Serum Visions. Both cards to the bottom of their library. Alright, we continue the theme of our earlier game where we're just drawing all lands. So good. We didn't want to cast spells anyway. Creature now. There he is. Alright. Any aura. Cool. That's a good aura. Alright, so can't complain too much. Hopefully. Alright, damn. I was going to say hopefully we find another aura, but no. We found the ley line. And our opponent's going to opt in their turn. Interesting. What does that mean when opt is the first spell cast? Because we can just like ritual this and stop them dead here, but I think I'd prefer to hit the value card and just let all that sit in their grave. Opponent again with 1,000,000 mana. They do have to try and win through Leyline of Sanctity though. Plays a second Electromancer. It's a little bit confusing. So he's setting up for next turn then. Scryed bottom without opt. Empty the Warrens. Fuck. That's annoying. Sure. Yeah, we could like counter the empty. How do I fucking beat that, man? That is so many goblins. We need to draw exactly Daybreak, and we boarded 2 out. How unfortunate. 12 damage plus 4 is 16 damage. We can block and we can go to 1. And if we cast our Force Negation, we die. I'm just going to fucking pack this one in. This is a waste of time. This naturally has the fucking Empty the Warrens in hand. That's fine. Guess those games happen. Storm is like not an easy matchup for us either. Definitely one of the harder ones. Probably like, I don't know. I feel like losing to Storm was warranted. The games we lost in like against our match 1 and match 2 opponents, like those matchups are normally favored. We do normally beat Ponza, and we should have beaten that second deck, but you know, we just drew all lands. We're forced to attack into a Snapcaster Mage or lose our only aura, which was Curious Obsession. So I mean, yeah, that's all right. Bad legs will happen from time to time. Just gotta win the next one, sort of thing. Like, there's no point getting hung up on doing poorly in a leg. You can definitely make an argument for like taking a break, though. That's definitely warranted. If you feel like you're playing poorly or something, or if you're getting tilted. All right, so. Match number 4 here, we're versing Rad Horse. Rad Horse has won the die roll. He's going to be on the play. We're going to be on the draw. So select that companion. Opponent also on a Lurus deck. We got a no-lander here. Goodbye, our beautiful hand. Yeah. Alright, cool. I guess we keep whatever the hell this hand is. Bottom that land, bottom this creature, and get into it. It's probably hammer time. I mean, honestly, maybe I even keep just the 1 lander so that I can counter the Sagada's Aid here. Or is this Heliod? Elves. Interesting. Like quite interesting. I'm a bit confused here. Remember, like during the previous matches we had before the modern bannings that just happened like 2 weeks ago, we had elves main decking Deafening Silence to try and compete with all of the Tybalt Cascade nonsense that was happening. Alright, so it's the warrior elves that we're versing. Gotcha. Well, double ethereal armor is good. Hopefully we can find something else though, aura-wise. Opponent has missed a land drop, so that's pretty fortunate for us as well. Heritage Druid. Alright, well this is where everything gets out of control. Twine's Elite. Yep, now they can tap for another 3 mana. They can still Collected Company at some point. Or lead the Stampede. Yep. Finding Lanois Elves. Is that all? Wow. That was like the worst Lead the Stampede in the existence of Lead the Stampede. It's like, look at the top 5, right? Yeah. And you put all elves cards from among them into your hand. Opponent probably just does the old chump block here. Or any number of creature cards. It's not just like elves, it's any number of creature cards. Alright. Well, we can potentially take, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on crackback currently. It could get more. They have the Azuri. They find Devoted Druid. Oh, fuck off. I hate infinite mana, man. I know they pretty much have it anyway with Heritage Druid, but I hate Devoted Druid and Vizier of Remedies. That card combination is freaking so dumb. The sort of like deck that just hard loses to any attrition based deck. Like Jund will just take him to pieces. And then like if you're just like lightly interactive like Bogles, you just get killed every time. Alright, so opponent floating 3 mana, 2 cards in hand, 6 mana. Looks like Court of Calling. Wait, what was that? Oh, he kicked a Jorgantha Warcaller and pumped up all his other creatures. And we've just drawn nothing. Amazing. So yeah, like the warrior version of elves just completely revolves around this card. So it reads, when it enters the battlefield, kicked. Other elves creatures you control get 1/1 for each counter on. Oh, okay, so it's getting a static buff there. Okay, so if we kill that creature, it will weaken down the rest of their board. I'm just going to yield to the Devoted Druid triggers, and maybe I can counter a Collected Company or a Court of Calling. Whatever they're doing. If it's a Walking Ballista, we just lose though. So we'll make our opponent, tap their mana at the very least, and then we can concede afterwards. Okay, so +2 and Death Touch from this one. Jesus, man. So now he's just going to go, do that a million times and win. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, 0 creature removal in my list currently, because I'm trying to verse non-creature decks, but I seem to be just having terrible matchups at the moment. Alright, Suppression Field definitely good here though, and Torporob is good next leveling our opponents, who's going to be bringing in Reclamation Sage. There's potential for Gadok Teague as well, because it will shut off their Court of Calling, their Collected Companies. But that's probably less good. I feel like Core Spirit Dancer is probably a good way to win while on the play. Maybe we just take out these cards, leave these ones in, and bring these ones in. I don't think having, obviously having something like Force Negation can be quite good there, but it can also just be a massive blank. Maybe Gadok Teague has enough of an argument to come in though. Alright, well I'm definitely keeping this hand. This hand's pretty good. Wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's pretty good. Definitely doing a turn 2 Core Spirit Dancer and just trying to win off the strength of her though. Slightly awkward because I guess I didn't have to lead on Island there in case I draw another land, but realistically our life total can matter here. Alright, speaking of life total mattering, let's go fetch a basic. Oh shit, is my opponent going to have access to Skyclave Apparition as well? That's something to potentially consider. They couldn't cast it this turn, but there's potential they have some number of it in the sideboard. Nettle Sentinel, that's a very, very good card for them. Certainly they can have access to Path to Exile. Heritage Druid, okay. Well, feel like we're in trouble. Yep, Dwayne's Elite, excellent synergy here. Yep. And they've actually netted a mana off of this as well. Lead the Stampede. Finding Dwayne's Elite and Elvish Mystic. Okay, well they can keep this party going. By 1 card. Alright, what's our first draw? Rancor. Yeah. Yeah. Don't mind it. Alright, well we can kill our opponent next turn. Almost certainly. So we'll just attack in like this and hope they don't have us. Brilliant. All right. The War Master is definitely a bit of a strong one here. Alright, they're playing that Dwayne's the lead out. They get the free token as well. Alright. Can we do anything to generate an absurd amount of mana here? Looks like they're still setting up for next turn. Evolutionary Leap. Sack a creature, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Oh god. We're about to like... I swear we're about to get Cradle of Behemoth here. Good news is the creature does go into their hand. It's just... I don't see how we win this one. Board is getting exponentially bigger. And they're finding all these elf tokens to keep the party going. Mystic. Tapping for mana. Why? You had 3 mana floating already. Why are you tapping for mana there? To get the untap on the Nettle Sentinel. Okay. Okay. So they're looking to generate mana for their Nettle Sentinels to do stuff here. I feel like they have enough mana, and maybe keeping the creatures untapped would have been better. Reveals Walking Ballista. I mean, okay. Looks like they might be getting close to bricking as well. Or not. Okay, great. Another one of those Elf Masters. This creature feels like it should be legendary. I don't know, it's an expensive ability, but like Elves is the deck to do it right. Storm count 11. Look out, gonna get grape shotted. So they've drawn, what, 2 non-green creatures, which are Ballista and Vizier of Remedies. Alright, well, I'm pretty much over this. I want them to either win now or lose now, because this is extremely frustrating at this point. It's crazy stuff. They did actually use their white mana to play the Vizier. Because they've got the Devoted Druid, they do have infinite next turn. Infinite mana, infinite damage with the Walking Ballista. But, you know, there is still a world where they sort of fizzle this turn. And then we untap and kill them with a Giant Core Spirit Dancer, so... They have actually got 13 mana at this point. If they get their ballista to get their mana to 16, they can ballista and kill the core spirit dancer with the walking ballista. This feels like such a roundabout way to combo with elves. Like, I swear the Cloudstone Curio is not this janky. What are they even doing? So they're using the Heritage Druid to tap 3 untapped elves, add 3 green mana. Then they're sacrificing green creatures for 1 green mana to draw another, the next creature that's on top of their library. And then playing it, and they're generating. They're at like 19 mana now. And at this stage, they can Walking Ballista and shoot down my Core Spirit Dancer. They might not go for it. I don't know. They're comboing, that's what they're doing. 22 mana. This one will be over shortly, I feel. Considering they technically already have the win, they just need to go for it. Looks like they're just running the one Vizier of Remedies in the deck. Finale of Devastation. I would imagine they have the playset of the Evolutionary Leap. So I see 2 Finale of Devastations. I've seen like 3 Lead the Stampedes. So yeah, this is great. We versed 2 Storm decks in a row. We versed actual Storm, and now we're just versing some random combo Black White Elves. Kellic, never mind. The Black Green aggro variant is better. Yeah, I feel like I would be like well dead now if I versed the aggro variant rather than this combo variant. Like, would have been dead 10 minutes ago. Because this one requires an enabler rather than just a whole bunch of creatures. I guess the good thing is it does cycle useless creatures or creature tokens into new creatures. 39 mana and he's still going. I don't know. He's literally got enough mana to shoot me in the face now, right? Because he needs 36 to shoot me in the face. Alright, well, this is completely pointless hanging around at this point. I'm just going to jump to the next one because, yeah. Our opponent doesn't want to end the game despite more than having the win there. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. Think, I don't know. I don't know what these modern decks are doing here tonight. Whatever we're doing against them, it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. You hate long combos like this on Moto? Yeah. Too much work? I mean, that's exactly right, Justin. They just need to, like, shorthand the combos so they're faster, so everyone gets a better quality of life improvement. Like, on paper, you're able to make, like, shortcut a combo, gain, you know, name how much life. Like, you can't name infinite, but you can name 99 trillion life. I have 99 trillion life. In this, it's, like, too many clicks. It does also have, like, the benefit of keeping track of things like Storm for you, though. Alright, so the 5th match of this league, we're versing Elemental Matty, and I wonder if he's going to be on Elementals or not. Alright, well, this is quite possibly the best hand we've had all night. I'm definitely keeping it. And, I mean, we're on the draw, but hopefully that doesn't matter, maybe. Cripping Tar Pit? Okay, God. Goodness gracious, what are we versing? I'm already terrified. So definitely lead on the Glade Cover Scout here because Slippery Bogle can be pitched to Force of Negation if we draw it. Dark Slick Shores and Creeping Tar Pit. Right. Okay, well. I sort of feel like my opponent's holding up Drown in the Lock at the moment. I always forget the name of that card. But I guess we'd remembered it here now. What else are we doing? Why have you got Shadow of Doubt or something, Janky? What's with the long pause? I'll go for what I think my worst aura here is in hand. Like having flying could be very useful here. Okay. Well, we've just resolved that. And what's my opponent doing? Cling to Dust. Cool. Alright, I'm happy with that. Liliana of the Veil. Right on time. Alright. I guess technically we could play around that one, but we do have the other Bogle here to go back in on. Alright. Again, right on time. Force negation. Ready to join that party. Alright, Arcane Flight is down. If we can deal with this Liliana, we can then start to get, you know, auras back from our graveyard with Lurrus. But, you know, we might not even need to do that. The Liliana Plus is sort of annoying here. I feel like we want to keep Force Negation up, so I am going to discard the Daybreak Coronet here. We do have flying on board, so our opponent shouldn't be able to block our creature. Creeping Tar Pit, Animate, and Attack. Alright, well that's fine. Alright, we'll attack our opponent's Liliana. Play out a Scout to play around another Liliana, and then I guess we can Staggering Insight on our creature from next turn. Start attacking and drawing. There's potential for us to leave land in hand as well to protect our Force Negation, which could be an important play. Alright. Not sure what my opponent can be doing here, but let's just cast his Staggering Insight and attack. Are we facing a Cryptic Command on this one? Drown in the Lock. Yeah, sure. Well, getting that out of hand so that Lurrus can be resolved is potentially important, so guess we'll take that one. Do people still Shadow of Doubt? That was way more popular at the beginning of Modern. I don't think so, not in competitive lists. I haven't seen any competitive lists still running Shadow of Doubt. Field of Ruin. I mean, you're probably helping us at this point. I would like my deck to be thin, so this is fine by me. Weird. What's he doing? Literally nothing else. We'll just attack with the one creature. There's too much of a risk of like getting chump blocked with Snapcaster Mage into like a Liliana next turn, so we'll just do it this way. Technically, I can take one less damage, but I kind of want to find a fetch. I kind of want to fetch a Shockland after seeing Field of Ruin. Make sure that I have access to my colors. I could actually probably leave this one untapped, like uncracked fetch land here. Might be okay, but then I'm probably going to try and cast it next turn. Like crack it next turn to cast an aura from the grave, so... Alright, what are we doing now? Second Liliana of the Veil. Okay, well, player discards a card. Goodbye, Force Negation. I have like a real big feeling like Leyline of Sanctity is going to be good against this blue back deck. I always thought it was cute and do still think about it, but haven't seen it in years now. Yeah. I'm always like wary of it though, because I don't know. I'm just like always paranoid about it for some reason. Okay, so one card in my opponent's hand. I guess we'll make them have the counterspell here. If not, we resolve Ethereal Armor, we attack and kill the Liliana. Then we can attack and kill our opponent over a few turns. If they have a counterspell for this, they can't Creeping Tar Pit and like block. Okay. We're also getting like very low. We're down to 6 at this point. Alright, Liliana down. Not bad. What else can they have here? Is this a draw effect or a bounce effect, or what are we doing? Oh, flashing back, cling to dust, maybe? Okay, flashing back, cling to dust. Getting rid of my Daybreak Coronet. Fair play. This opponent has seen some new cards now. Surely Jace Brainstorm. Jace Bounce Lurrus does not seem good enough to me here. Even if he's got the counterspell in hand. Or maybe it's okay if he's got the counterspell in hand. Yeah, he's brainstorming. Okay, cool. Play Snow Swamp. Dragon Lock, killing Lurrus. Alright. Alright, so... Oh, goodbye, Core Spirit Dancer as well, man. OP, opponent's got it all. Find Arcane Flight. That's pretty good. It's like a 2-turn clock, so... Alright, drawing 3 cards. Brainstorm ability again. So you should have 2 cards in hand by the end of this, and we'll see if he can deal with our board. Watch him just like high roll the Cryptic here. Make us cry. Opponent concedes. Okay, cool. So against a Liliana deck, I definitely like the look of these Leyline of Sanctities. Other than that, they're mostly a control deck. And I don't really care about too much of what they're doing. We don't have any graveyard hate. I feel like 2 Force Negation are fine, but we probably want to take out some of the other ones. Then maybe I can just trim on a Daybreak, trim on a Core, and get into it. I think I like most of my auras here. Looks like we're getting into the next one. Good old no creature hand, so we're going to mull this one. Goodness gracious, this is awful. Alright, we'll keep this one. I guess we're soft to Thoughtseize, but what can you do? We'll bottom our 2/2 mana auras. Guess there's like potential for my opponent to have engineered explosives. Maybe I should be playing around that. Of course, he's got the Thoughtseize, the Inquisition. I really don't think the 6 was good enough to keep with like triple creature, double land, and an aura. Like that's just not what we're about here. And he'll spell bomb as well. Well, no lures this game, so that's not going to do much. It might grab a Rancor. Seems odd. I've always wanted to build a control deck that utilizes both Bloodghast. Well, you can't have that. You can't have a Liliana of the Veil. Stuff that. Bloodghast, Lingering Souls, Liliana of the Veil. I think that'd be like really sweet because you like plus your Liliana of the Veil. You have 8 cards to discard that bring you essentially like free value. I'd be down on that. I think I'm gonna do a burn league after this one. Kalidas. Alright, well, are we going to draw any of us cards at this point? We're not. I'd like to apply some sort of pressure. Core Spirit Dancer would be helpful with that. What a non-event this is at the moment. Alright, so I'm going to say goodbye to Staggering Insight at this point. I think that's the card that's going to bite the dust. He took Hyena Umbra. Alright, that's maybe information that he's got explosives or damnation in the deck. Cool. Well, we just drew dead 6 turns in a row, so that's fine. I'll just concede this one. We also, I think our first draw, maybe our second draw, was the Force Negation. We had like 6 effects that played around the turn 1 Thoughtseize and didn't see any of them. Let's just take out our Force Negations on the draw. Should be good enough to resolve a turn 1 creature and have like this Leyline back up, so... I guess, like, it can protect our best aura. Okay, well. Fuck. This is, like, so close to a mulligan, but... I don't know. I think it's a mulligan. Sorry, I should say it's so close to a keep, but I think it's a mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this one. Bottom this. Done. Bam, bam. Definitely playing the blue side here. With the Hallowed Fountain. I guess I'm just, actually, maybe this is wrong, because I'm shutting myself off of having an answer to Liliana, which is the second creature. So, yeah, I don't know. It's really just not happening tonight. He's taken our creature, which screams to me Liliana of the Veil. It's a pretty good creature. Let's play it. Would you want it in Mardu or Esper? You could potentially do it in Mardu or Esper, right? Like it would work in Mardu as well, right? I was mostly thinking Esper, because then you get access to things like Drown in the Lock as well. But Mardu is also a very powerful deck and strategy and all of that. Alright, let's see if we find our first fatal push of the entire league at this point. Maybe Drown in the Lock, kill the creature. Yeah, cool. Alright. Well, it's just not happening. That is an absolute kick in the guts, that one. And what I really need to do is draft some lists because I actually have the means to play and build it now because I've got Mana Trader subscription. So, all right. Well, show me that Liliana of the Veil. All right. If we hit land, we have a chance. Cool. I'll click on literally the only creature and sack it. Cool. All right. Well, can we draw an aura now? It's a big question. Like, maybe we keep the 6-card hand with, like, triple creature Leyline Daybreak, but honestly, we just draw nothing at that point, and then we lose. I think it's fine, mulliganing. And a Jace. Amazing. He's fate sealing me. Alright, we want to see bottom, and we want to find another aura after he bottoms the first aura. He's kept it on top. Get ready for another creature or another land. What do we got now? Brilliant. Alright, well, we're still not dead, but we do have to battle this Liliana of the Veil. And I don't know. I haven't seen any creatures. I think maybe I saw a Vendilion click game 1. Look at Batman and Robin controlling the game here. Come on, bottom a card, bottom a card, bottom a card. Thank you. Alright, we have a chance. Never mind. Never mind. I really need, like, almost Griffspoon, I reckon, to break this lock. Like, just Jace's fate sealing, ticking up towards that ultimate. So that's not good either. I guess we just have to fetch the Temple Garden at the start instead of the Hallowed Fountain. And, like, not be greedy on our auras. At least our opponent's discarding cards to Liliana as well. It's not gaining them advantage. Unlike if they were playing Bloodghast and Lingering Souls, then it would be potentially advantaging them. Alright, we find a guy. Oh, there's that Snapcaster Drown in the lock. Alright, I'm sick of this game. Let's get out and go to a different league. It's not happening. It's literally a waste of time at this point. Alright, well that was quite literally my worst league I've played in an extremely long time. Alright, let's change things up. Let's go to Burn. And I'm just going to fix some deck numbers here and then rent it out. So I think we probably want... Oh, goodness gracious. It means I need to do this. Searing Blaze. Add one in there. Alright, Lightning Helix 3 is probably enough. Probably want an extra Rift Bolt and Skewer the Critics. So Rift... So we want to be like low to the ground with our auras there. I like the idea of having Deflecting Palm in the sideboard. Wasn't in my previous sideboard. Oh wait, no, it was. Never mind. Roiling Vortex, we've got 2. Core Firewalker, we've got 3. Path, I think we can maybe go up an extra path. These Deafening Silencers aren't needed anymore. I think Rest in Peace is probably reasonable. Some Skull Cracks can probably go to the sideboard though. Alright, let's go with this. And we'll rent this one. So, where's this one gone? Alright, so we can go back. We can return the cards we have rented. Wherever that's hiding. I'll run the screen over here. Request a return. Then we can rent the new cards. I don't think my subscription's high enough that I can just rent all the cards simultaneously. So that one's submitted. That one's out the way. Confirm. Cool. Trade completed. Alright, easy stuff. Now we just plug this one in over here. We get rid of these. Go upload. Upload file. Boris burn, wherever that one's hiding. We have actually got a decent number of the cards, so if I can't just rent it straight out. 12th card sideboard? Do I really have a 12th card sideboard currently? I don't. What's it not counting in the sideboard then? Path to Exile? Alright, because it can't rent the promo, obviously. Alright, well I'm fine with that. If it's going to let me rent, yep, cool. That way I don't have to click away from a whole bunch of cards that I own. Alright, so Felicity should be excited on this one, or Trapixia I should say. Going to be jumping into a burn league here. Alright. Alright, so we'll just update that stream description and it should all be good there. Once it pulls on through. Alright, well this one's like buffering. I'm going to shoot to the bathroom real quick while it buffers and I'll be back in a second. Alright, sorry about that. This doesn't seem to want to work, so maybe we'll just give it a quick refresh. Don't know what's going on with that one. Hi Sergi, how you doing mate? How's your day been? We're about to jump into another league, just waiting for my trade request to go through with Mana Traders, and we can do that one. But yeah, at the moment, it's being a little bit slow on us, unfortunately. So this is the list we're going to be running. Obviously, we've got a whole bunch of those 1-mana creatures here that we all like, right? Our Goblin Guide, our Swift Spear, we've got our Eidolons. Essentially our 1-mana burn package. Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike, Rift Bolt, and Skewer the Critics, and then we got the more expensive 2-mana cards at Skullcrack, Searing Blaze, Boros Charm, and Lightning Helix. So, got a variety of cards here. I think, like, mostly at the moment, you just want your cheap 1-mana burn spells. Alright, cool. It's should be coming through now. Excellent. Alright, so 1, 2... Alright, I feel like that took like way longer than it needed to. Update with versions in my collection. Let's get into this. Oh, cool beans. Alright. Have we got... Oh no, they've done it again. They've done the thing where they rent different printings out. So it looks like it's just the Goblin Guide at the moment. So that's not too bad, I suppose. It's very quick to return cards, but then it took like an extremely long time to rent them. It's a bit weird. But yeah, back on my beloved Burn deck. So first ever GP I played in, I played Burn. I played Naya Burn, despite everyone else running around with Boros. And retrospectively speaking, even though Naya is slightly more powerful, the extra color does add a lot of variance, and it's probably not worth it. I did some testing recently with Naya and with Boros, and I definitely prefer the Boros build. Cool. All right, here we go. All right, so here we are for match number 1 versus our legendary friend Holo. And we lost the die roll. We're going to be on the draw. Our opponent has mulligan to 6. So the problem with this hand is we've got 1 land and we've got 5 2-mana spells. So I'm going to mull it. All right, well, this is like obviously a lot better. Burn. Yes, Tropixia. We have got Burn. After doing so well with Bogles last league, how could I not? So we're going to keep this one. Opponent is kept theirs. Feel like in the blind, I'm just going to ditch this Lightning Helix. There's potential to ditch the Searing Blaze there. I'm seeing a decent number of creature strategies here. Oh, is it the Mirror? Oh, damn. That would have been an excellent Lightning Helix. Oh, we find the Inspiring Vantage off that one. Alright, well, I think we'll just take the extra 2 points of damage so that we can deal the extra 3 points to our opponent. This is the mirror match. What a way to start the league. Does he have the Searing Blaze? He does not. He has Eidolon of the Great Revel. Holy smokes. Alright, we'll attack our opponent. No blocks. Well, guess what? Get rid of this Eidolon. Target player, target creature. Alright, so he's pulled in front, but Searing Blaze honestly is an excellent card that has caught us up a decent amount. I do wish I had the Boros Charm, the Lightning Helix though that I bottomed. They Boros Charm us. They attack us for 4. Goblin Guide on top. Okay. Well, at this stage, we probably want to just assume the control role and just kill their creatures. And tuck in and hope that's enough. We could have done that like a turn earlier, I suppose, but... Yikes. So we're on 2. Opponents played Eidolon. We can't win. And we finally hit the land drop. Alright, well that sucks. Alright, well, bringing in our cores, bringing in our paths. And Deflecting Palm is like maybe a bit janky, but maybe also good. We want the pile view so we can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so all these cards over there. Alright, so what are we looking to take out in this matchup? Searing Blaze is good. We're on the play, so Eidolon is good, but on the draw we might take out our Eidolons. They're a little bit of a liability. I think Skewer of the Critics is potentially our weakest card, although we're bringing in some 2-mana spells, so we might want to take out some 2-mana spells to keep it all even. The big question is what to take out here. Alright, if I'm struggling to decide on what to take out, I'm not bringing in Deflecting Palms. That's just too janky. Think, yeah, those ones out. All seems pretty good. Minus like 2 Lava Spikes, 2 Skewer, and... No, I'll leave in the Lava Spikes, so minus 2 Rift Bolt. I think against Eidolon the Great Revel, Rift Bolt could be worse, but our opponent should be siding his out. So it shouldn't be a big issue. Alright, so we got a Core Firewalker hand here. I mean, yeah, I like the look of this. Let's keep. Oh, that's right. Magic Online makes you do all the funny clicks with the suspend. It's very, very bizarre. I don't even know where to place this. I'll place it over here on the chat box, I guess. We find our Lightning Helix as well. We are definitely loaded up on 2-mana spells in hand. There's that Path to Exile. Oof. Unlucky. Unlucky. Maybe we want to like Eidolon the Great Revel first. Opponent suspends a Rift Bolt. Gotcha. Swift Spear. I'd like to say we're getting like thoroughly schooled at the moment. This is a bit wild. Alright, so Eidolon's down. Ready to turn this one on around. Never didn't have a Searing Blaze. Alright, so Swift Spear attacking in now. We need to draw a land so we can play 2 cards a turn and deal with their creature. Cool. Alright, go team. We are doing it. Player, creature, 1, 2, 3. And we'll resolve this Lightning Helix while we can gain life through a Skullcrack. So we'll stop the Skullcrack from saving our opponent. Here, I guess we can just hold Boros Charm in hand until they cast an Eidolon the Great Revel or try to shoot us or something. Alright, so guess we can wait until their end step, maybe. If they're shooting stuff at us in our end step, then we'll kill them in response. Alright, so this way they can't like gain life from like a Lightning Helix. So the fact they've just gone for this, I'll just finish them off. Cool. Alright, so we do go to a game 3 now. Alright, so on the draw, let's remove these Eidolon the Great Revels. Bring back in our Rift Bolt and our Skewer. Maybe our Deflecting Palm. I don't really think we want Deflecting Palm though. Feels like I'm playing Bogles with those sorts of hands. Alright, well this hand's good. We're going to keep it. Bottom A land. We don't have like a reoccurring damage source, but also that's fine. Find the Rift Bolt? Sure. Spend that Rift Bolt. Bro, when do you do the illusion gameplay? Oh man. I did a league and then I completely like bombed out in the league. So I need to make some changes to the deck and go again. How you doing, Sergey, anyway? Sorry, I have been a little bit slack. I was very, very sick all of last week though, so I wanted to do like as little magic playing as possible. I just wanted to rest and recover. You can probably still hear a little bit in my voice, like I'm still a little bit croaky, but mostly I'm better at this point. Alright, let's Searing Blaze away this Goblin Guide. We have like so much life gain in hand. So much burn in hand. This is really good. Goblin Guide. Cool. Alright, we'll play our Goblin Guide after shocking that one in. Look to attack our opponent. Now our Searing Blaze potentially has an issue. Sunbake Canyon into our opponent's hand. So we help fix their mana there. Lightning Bolt. I mean, like, this is just fine. It's not worth fighting with a Boros Charm here. If he tapped a 2-mana spell, like Lightning Helix, we could probably consider it. Alright, we'll kill that stupid core Firewalker. We lose a bit of mana efficiency there. Fuck. Shoot. And yeah, these Searing Blazes are looking pretty terrible. If our opponent plays Creature, I don't know if we can actually stack the damage in a way. Jesus, man. Can you not have like a million core Firewalkers every game? Holy shit. Okay. Alright, we do find land. We don't find path. Opponent is on 4. If he somehow takes 2 damage, we might be able to kill him. I'm not sure though. Alright, he's attacking on in. Well, he didn't know I was streaming on YouTube. Yeah, I decided to do it literally today. So yeah, I've decided to try streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. See how it goes. 3 damage to us. Alright. And anything. Okay, well, we literally drew nothing, so that's fine. Got so flooded out. Unlucky team. Still a better league than the last one at this point, honestly. How do I pronounce your name, by the way, Sood? Is that Indian or Indonesian or something? Or is it literally just like you smacking the keyboard and I'm just way overthinking it? Do you play paper Magic? Yeah, I've got a lot of cards in paper. I haven't played in a very long time, but I plan to go back down for either Monday night or Wednesday night Magic. There's two different card stores that are about a 20-minute drive from me. It's just like, yeah, it's like a hassle driving down after work. It's so much chiller jumping on your computer and playing. Alright, well, this hand looks decent. We're going to keep it. And we also won the die roll. We're versing Falcon. I swear this person's played some sort of combo deck against me before. Maybe Hate Bears as well. Life from the Loam. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're versing Dredge. So I was correct about the whole combo deck thing. Let's just expand that one this way. Find another Inspiring Vantage. I mean, look, there's this wonderful card called Eidolon the Great Revel that hopefully is going to do a lot of work for us here. But our opponent can gain a lot of life off of Creeping Chills, so I'm not sure how easy we're going to get there or not. Gemstone Mine to our opponent's hand for free. They have milled Life from the Loam and Wooded Foothills. So usually they Shriek Horn before they do the Dredge. This opponent chose not to. That's sort of interesting. Maybe they're new to Dredge, or maybe I'm missing something. No, it's just random letters. I don't like using your real name or in-game name when you plan on making a YouTube channel in the future. You don't want to be known. Okay, cool. That's cool. Sood would be okay. Alright. We'll go with Sood then. Good to know. He's found one Creeping Chill. That's pretty irritating. The Narcomoeba less so. No prized amalgams in the grave, so just getting back the Narcomoeba. And the Drain. That life drain is so OP, man. Big old yikes there. We draw lands, like... Opponent has Merchant on top of their library. What sort of YouTube channel are you planning on making, Sid? Is it Magic related or a different game? Alright, we just need to find some burn spells here to finish our opponent off. For opponent escapes the Ox, that's potentially troubling for us. It looks like he's going for Ox escape. And this can get real out of control at this point. Found a Creeping Chill off the first one. Okay. And he's running the Silver Smoke Ghoul version, not the Bloodghast version. So our opponent literally hit 4 Creeping Chills this game. I think, well, no, he hit 3. One was in hand. He's literally 9 points of life higher than he should be. That is so upsetting. What a high roll. What a high roll. Oh my god, deck. This is ridiculous. I couldn't buy a win tonight, man. I could not buy a win tonight. Alright, so... Sideboard-wise, we have these things called Relic of Progenitus and these things called Roiling Vortex and Skullcrack, and all of that seems pretty good. The big question is, what do we want to take out? Is Eidolon of the Great Revel even any good here? Probably not. My assumption would be no. Then we want to take out something conditional like Searing Blaze, because it's probably not that important here. It could be good to get like a chump blocker like a Narcomoeba out of the way. I think I could see maybe like 1 to 2 Searing Blazes being reasonable, but I wouldn't want to go too heavy on them. It's just minus on, I reckon, Rift Bolt. Alright, we'll go with that. Alright, great hand with a relic, so let's keep it. I think we're trolling if we don't turn one creature here, though. I think we have to apply a creature to the board. Otherwise, our opponent just, like Nature's Claim, advances their mana and takes no damage in the process, so... Oh, they get a free land already. Look at them go. They don't even play the land we put into their hand for them. I feel like there's some ultimate BMing going on here. Land, come on, show me land. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so definitely want to just like leave one mana up for relic at all times. Attacking for 2. Creeping Chill on top. Well, my opponent's going to want to upkeep that one into the graveyard. And his Nature's Claim as well. Look, I think we just eat the life gain here and we look to get rid of like some more dredging cards, because at the moment he's not got much in the grave. So Cathartic Reunion. Ditching Life from the Loam. Alright, so we'll let him dredge off that. He's only dredging 3. Wow, he finds his second fucking Creeping Chill. Are you shitting me? That is a load of crap, man. Holy cow. That is absurd. We can, like, crack the relic in response, but we're not getting really that much value from our opponent's graveyard, so there's no point, in my opinion. Technically, I should have got Mountain there. I was going to bring it in tap, and then I remembered I had Lightning Bolt, not just Lava Spike. Alright, so we found the Lightning Helix. And we miss on a land drop. Not that our opponent would ever miss on a land drop. Alright, so... Alright, no dredges in there for their draw step, so they're going to have to put something in their graveyard on their own accord. Looks like another Cathartic Reunion here. Conflagrate? Oh, just never mind. We just fucking die. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Alright, fun times. Dredge is just one of those decks. It's one of those days, really, as well. No. Maybe like Roiling Vortex is like a little bit of an overboard there. Maybe I'm just supposed to crack the relic at that first Creeping Chill and stop the life gain and damage. Roiling Vortex probably isn't good against Dredge, even though it stops life gain. It's probably just not good enough. Alright, here we are for match number 3 versus AG Rubenstein. And we lost the die roll. Hand is looking reasonable. I mean, We've got like triple 2-drop here, but we've also got 3 mana. I'm not in love with this hand, but I do think it's better than an average hand. Or better than an average 6. Opponent has mulled to 6. We've got like pretty heavy hitting auras in hand as well from Boros Charm and Lightning Helix. Oh, not auras. Instants. Way too used to playing Vogels, I'll tell you. Alright, so opponent has decided on a 6-card hand. This is blue-white control. Spirits. Spirits without Aether Vial could be very good for us. Alright, get that damage on in there. Pass the turn. Opponent can sack Mausoleum Wanderer to counter our instants and sorceries, by the way. Something to keep in mind. Alright, so I sort of smell a Rattle Chains here. We will just go ahead and cast the Eidolon the Great Revel. And opponent's going to play their creature in response, obviously, to avoid taking too much damage. Currently, we have got 10 points of burn damage in hand as well. And our opponent is on 13. So he just fetches the Snow Plains, which is sort of suggesting to me that he's just blue-white at the moment, not Naya. A really good draw would be Skullcrack here. Not Skullcrack, Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze would be perfect. Lava Spike our opponent. I kind of hope he Spell Quellers this so I can Lightning Helix a Spell Queller and then attack for 2. He can play a spirits that aren't Spell Queller. They can play like a Skyclave Apparition here. He's waited until Blocker's step to do what he's doing. Interesting. So he just let that damage happen. Shacklegeist. Right. So are we at risk of dying next turn if we take 3 damage from fetching a basic and casting Lightning Helix or Boros Charm here? Don't think so. I have a feeling like we probably would have just been slapped out of existence if our opponent had had the Aether Vial hand here. Interesting. Alright, so I think Lightning Helix is going to be like a little bit too juicy for our opponent to turn up. It's probably slightly better that we play the Boros Charm here, though. So we can potentially Lightning Helix, a Spell Queller, get our Boros Charm back, kill them. Just sack the Mausoleum Wanderer. Alright, so we take 2 points of damage there. That's all fine. Lava Spike. If our opponent wants to like counter these, it's going to cost them life as well. So that resolves. At this point, our Eidolon dying might be a good thing. Maybe I wanted to consider that beforehand and just attack with it. Is he considering flashing in a creature to tap it down? If he doesn't block here, he can't cast any spells. He can potentially get a spirit back from the graveyard with Morlon Hot and have that not cost him life. Okay. Oh, if he's tapping out here, we kill in response. Perfect. Alright. Sideboard wise, what do we want? Removal, potentially good. Skullcrack doesn't seem good. I'm not sure Skullcrack's good enough. Like, deflecting Palm can potentially deal a lot more damage and save our life. Alright, that's enough chitter chatter with the opponent. What are we removing? Lava Spike can't target a creature. Skullcrack can't target a creature. They could have things like timely reinforcements, like especially if they've been versing a lot of burn recently. Alright, so let's probably remove these Eidolons on the draw and a Lava Spike, and then that will do. True. Alright, well this hand's garbage, we throw. Alright, well this hand is also pretty garbage. We do have a land that cycles. I guess we keep. ditch a Sacred Foundry. Like, Searing Blaze is really, really good. Alright, Hallowed Fountain intapped. We're going to get our guide down unopposed, in for some damage. Apparently people are playing an extra... Yeah, okay. Okay, we find a burn spell, so that's nice. Apparently people are playing with Wayward Pack Beast, which is the landfall, return a land to your hand version. Skyclave Apparition, disgusting. Oh, he's got Selfless Spirit as well. Okay, this is sort of awkward. And that's gonna be incredibly awkward there. What do we do? My opponent sacks his Selfless Spirit in response. Does that fizzle the burn damage on him? Well, if our opponent's going to Skyclave away our Goblin Guide next turn anyway, there's no real point not trading it with Selfless Spirit here. Then we get Selfless Spirit off the board, which could be important for us. We can look to kill with Burn. So this smells like a Spell Queller. And if we end-step, Skullcrack our opponent, and then he Spell Quellers the Skullcrack, we can then Searing Blaze during our turn and deal a bunch of damage. So this seems fine. That resolves. Okay. What is he holding up? This is very odd. Overall, I think it's worth playing the Wooded Foothills here to be able to instant speed, having Searing Blaze for an extra 3. Is he just doing Moorland Haunt here? Why? That doesn't seem good. What? Crazy times. Alright, Cavernous Souls. Currently he still just looks like blue-white. And doesn't look like he's splashing green yet. He might just be playing the Waterlogged Rose because they cycle stuff. We lose our guy. End step, we can kill his guy. Okay, he attacks with that spirit, so that's good. And we have to hope he doesn't have like a Spell Pierce here. I don't think it's worth playing around Spell Pierce. I think we just make him have it. It'd be absolutely brutal if he did have it though. Alright, cool. So now we get the illusion. The illusion gets across 1 point of extra damage. Are you kidding me, deck? Holy shit, man. It's not too bad. Alright. So we've got him to 7. That's close, but we need our library to actually give us something now. Burrington Forge Tender is an issue. Is this Kithkin Spirit, right? No, Wizard. Kithkin Wizard, okay. Opponent can just chump block our illusion with his Skyclave token. So he can attack here for 1. He chooses not to attack at all. And something like Gigantha in the sideboard right now would just be incredible. Just so that I have like something to do with all this like excess mana. Is that Skyclave Apparition? Oh, sorry, Spell Queller. I'm not sure that's the correct decision, honestly. I think if you just chump block it, you get the same value. Because I'm definitely attacking with it. Very odd. Alright, he's finally played his Waterlogged Grove. He played his Skyclave Apparition a while ago. Take some damage. Alright, show us Boros Charm. We deserve a Boros Charm. For some unknown reason. Ether Vial, sure. Might as well attack with the illusion. For some reason he blocks with Burton Forged Tender. We'll be happy. Alright, so 1 damage goes through. We put him to 6. That's an important life total. He's putting himself to 5. At this rate he might put himself to 4 and then we might be able to get the kill with Boros Charm. Sack Waterlogged Grove. I guess in response to the sacrifice was probably a good time to fire off that lightning bolt. Although this is also a good time. So now my opponent has to lose his Burton Forged Tender. He can't have Spell Queller for this one. Alright, we're getting close. Honestly, we're getting so darn close at the moment. Wow, he took that and went to 2. What does that mean? I feel like we could be playing some more Canopy lands here. Just so we have more cards to cycle. Like, I think we've got the 4 Inspiring Vantage and that's it. But realistically, we could go up to 6 and run like the blue-red one or something. Drogskull Captain, probably going to kill us here. So we're getting attack for 7. Is he leaving that other illusion back on chump block? So 6, 7, 8. Okay. Makes a bit more sense. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have a line here. We can give our creature double strike. And that plays around our opponent's Burton Forged Tender. And we can get rid of the Drogskull Captain so we're not dead next turn. But then we're going to need a lot of help from our deck, because we're pretty close to dead at the moment. 1 point off. So I think Lightning Helix would still gain the life, they'd just stop the damage. I think that's how that would work. Or he's got another Drogskull Captain. Cool. So Forge Tender is annoying. Do we have any tech for Forge Tender? Alright, so opponent says the matchup feels 50-50 to him, and I said possibly, but I drew a lot of lands, so maybe it's not as true. He also drew a million lands. Truly a match for the ages, right? I kind of feel like Eidolon might be okay here on the play. Like, obviously he can have Ether Vial and that would be frustrating, but I kind of think it's pretty good. Skullcrack seems sort of awkward because he's not really got any life gain that we've seen. I also sort of like the idea of Roiling Vortex if we can just deal cumulative damage to them, but it's probably worse than just having a good effect. So let's run this one. Alright, nice no lander here, great. Alright, this looks like a pretty good keep. So keep this one. Just throw burn damage at our opponent's face and hope it's enough. Currently we've got 12 burn damage here. Alright, suspending that Rift Bolt, passing to that opponent. And I guess we'll see how much damage we get to shoot at their face. Searing Blaze sort of also feels a little bit awkward here. Ether Vial. Alright, that's fine. It's honestly very fine. I wonder if I can actually move that to there or something, and if it will stay there. Alright, well we've got a million burn spells here, so that's really nice. It's actually a decent argument to Lightning Bolt before Ether Vial ticks up, because now he can fog the damage with the Mausoleum Wanderer. I think we just make him have it though. Alright, well, I think we could have played that one better. I guess when Ether Vial ticks up, they won't have instant speed Mausoleum Wanderer. So we threw away 3 points of damage there, but hopefully it won't matter in the long run. Be like absolutely incredible if we hit our third land drop and like stop drawing lands from that point, just so we could actually resolve this. There's potential for our opponent to give their spell queller hexproof as well, so like even this is not that free. They can give it hexproof, they can give it indestructible in response here. Supreme Phantom. Oh, that's disgusting, man. Alright. Cleeswiggy still get the 3 points of damage from the Searing Blaze there. So we put our opponent to 4. They're dead to a Boros Charm. Honestly, they could be on 1 if we played our Lightning Bolt better. But then maybe we couldn't have done that play this turn. Alright, Boros Charm for the win. Let's see. Let us see. Another Ether Vial, 2 cards left in hand. Alright, come on deck. Boros Charm for the win. Probably shouldn't have written anything there, because now he's probably going to type something and it's going to drag the game on longer. Dude. Let's crack this one. Incredible. Obviously attacking here is a bad option. They can just chump it with Supreme Phantom, not lose anything, and if they have another Supreme Phantom, our creature dies for free. So yeah, our creature would have died for free there. The problem is their opponent is also a deck that plays at instant speed. But because the Ether Vials here, like, they're card disadvantage, but because of them, it's harder for us to tax their mana in their end step. Because they still have instant speed interaction while having their mana tapped. Yikes, this Shacklegeist is huge. I can't kill their creatures. Oh my god, man. You gotta be kidding me. So, look to put them to 1. More importantly, putting ourselves back up to 15, making it harder for him to Alpha Strike and kill. If this resolves, our Swift Spear as well will potentially be able to go wide for that last 1 point of damage and get us the win. Alright. What is going on here, opponent? Can we resolve a burn spell? It can't be that hard, can it? Like, what's the play? Either he can flash in a Mausoleum Wanderer and counter it. 2 mana, Rattle Chains, give something hexproof. Okay. So we still deal the damage. And then our opponent's got 2, 5, 7, 15 damage next turn. Wow, really? So wait, it took you that long to count the fact you had exactly enough damage? Or are you going to counter with Mausoleum Wanderer? 4, 8, 10, 12 damage, so we're just dead anyway. Alright, well, I mean, no line was wrong there for our opponent. They just had the win regardless. If we resolved the lightning bolt earlier, we might have been in a better spot, but really, we need to not mulligan. Like, we need a good 7. We also, like, didn't see a single Path to Exile in games 2 or 3, and Path to Exile could have made a big difference. Maybe I'm keeping bad burn hands here. Maybe that's what's going on. I certainly almost feel like I want the extra Searing Blaze at the moment. I think we need Enchantment Hate as well. I think we want the Wear Tears in the sideboard. So, like, geez, why did that minimize? Is this gonna make me do some sort of like weird dash thing to actually see the card? No, it's not. Okay, I actually own Wear Tears? Oh wow, okay. So I feel like we want 2 to 3 Wear Tears, Deflecting Palms obviously, like just a little bit janky. We probably want to remove these relics for just Rest in Peace, which is better in most scenarios. And then we can minus a Skull Crack. Oh, we have found our opponent though. That's pretty exciting. Let's get into this one. Alright, so match number 4 here. We're versing Akzino. We won the Darrell. We're going to be on the play. Opponent's in a Obosh deck. Sound looks good. Let's keep it. Slightly heavy. I guess we got a good number of 2 mana spells. Might be worth like doing a 2 mana spell on our second turn so that we can enable like a better turn 3 where we potentially play 3 spells in 1 turn. Attack on in. Now this feels like it's going to be the like a prowess mirror here, like he's on the mono red prowess, right? Just goes for the lightning bolt. Makes sense. Hey, that's a good one. The card is very good against prowess. Alright, so drop that one down, pass it back. What's the play now? Has he got Stomp? Alright, let's just attack. Really? Okay. So we can obviously like instant speed a spell here. Opponent concedes. Okay. So I'm just going to sideboard like I'm versing mono red prowess. So Path and Core Firewalker both seem good. Opponent's not really going to be gaining life, so Skullcrack's not the most important card. And Lava Spike can't target creatures, so I'll just probably just take out all my Lava Spikes here. I am going to be on the draw though, so maybe Eidolon's more of a liability, so maybe I'll leave in my Lava Spikes and take out my Eidolon. I think I like that. On the play, I'll probably swap it around. Mana Traders. It is known that if you lose a lot on Moto in a row, you get paid actors. Really? I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I've been losing a lot in a row at the moment, so opponent conceded out of nowhere. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm definitely paying someone to up my win percentage at the moment. I'm paying people to like shadow my queuing. Alright, this hand looks good. I'm gonna keep it. We can't cast Boros Charm yet, but we can cast every other spell in our hand. Monastery Swift Spear. We definitely just want to kill the Swift Spear here. This is definitely a matchup. He has good taste in basics. Oh, you like his basic, do you? What sets it from? I'm not sure what the symbol is. Is that like an online symbol? Yeah, something online. Here I kind of want to just cast my Lava Spikes and wait for him to tap out before I cast the Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide's so just getting like shot in the face there. It's not funny. Yeah, some online thing. Looks good to play out for people and then see and then concede. Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't feel like I did anything that menacing there. Alright, so opponent's got the Bone Crusher now. He did have the Stomp. We did play around all of that. Suspend Rift Bolt, Boros Charm. We have 7 damage. We can put him to 7. We have 3 damage on our creatures. Hardcast Rift Bolt, kill Bone Crusher Giant. We save 1 point of damage doing that. Yeah, I don't really like that. Let's just see what happens here. We'll suspend the Rift Bolt. He plays a Swift Spear. Oh, he's got Castle Emerith. Okay, well, I'll definitely get this Boros Charm out of hand, even if it costs me life, because I do not want that Boros Charm to be a dead card. Sideboarding in the Blood Moon against the Burn deck. Wow. We go to 8. Always yield to this. Alright, so if we kill the... Shoot our opponent here, he goes to 7. We can deal another 3 damage to him, put him to 4. We can't kill him unless we hit a 3-mana burn spell off the top. Opponent, 2 cards in hand. Are we winning the match if we go after his Bone Crusher Giant, though? I think he's a while away from having us dead. Think we want to kill a creature here. Why'd we take... Oh, wait, we take damage when we target Bone Crusher Giant? Really? Damn, I didn't know that. That's a little bit irritating. Let's kill our opponent's creature. Get that prowess. Attack with both our creatures. Mountain to hand. Plays the mountain. So we've got him to 6. Firebolt face. Has he just got flashback firebolt? Lightning bolt? See some pyromancer? Shit, man. Oh, that's pressure. Let's attack with Goblin Guide. Represents something. Opponent has Swift Spear on top. Yikes. It's not looking too good for us. Lava Dart dead. Cool. Alright, so let's bring back in these Eidolons on the play. Take out these lava sparks. Opponent does have Blood Moon, but honestly, we're not playing around it. Doesn't seem right to me. Maybe the Path to Exiles could come out and we could just operate more like a burn deck again, but I don't know. We did actually have our opponent dead if we didn't kill his creature, so I guess we played that slightly wrong. We needed to draw pretty much exactly Lightning Bolt to do it, though. There was no other 1-mana spell in the deck. If Moon, then take out White Burn for Red Burn. Do we really want to take out Lightning Helix or Boros Charm, though, here? Boros Charm is 4 damage. Lightning Helix is 6-mana swing. And we've got Core Firewalkers, so we're sort of like heavy. Maybe we can take out the Boros Charms. Alright. Oh, it looks like it's freezing up. I think we're getting into the game. Alright, we're a bit late for it, so we're going to have to go with this list. I think there's definitely an argument for it. So it's like less good top decked. Sure, we'll keep this. Currently got 16 points of burn in hand. Yes, we know to get this Boros Charm out of hand early. I think I'm just going to ignore my opponent's creature and just target him. If he loads up on this like Skullscale Mage attack, we can look to like burn it. Maybe we burn it out end step if he does nothing, or just shoot him in the face. Alright. Looks like he's holding up Stomp. What's the fun of just burn bolts? I think my opponent wants me to go after his creature here. Who knows? Alright, so he stomped us. This stomp guy's on the adventure. He's casting it, that's fine. So we're 1 point off of killing our opponent. So lightning bolt him. Hey, we did it. We got there. Go team. Alright, not even close. What a deck. Dude, you can't be salty there. Just because I'm like attacking your creatures. Wow, he's like genuinely salty off that. Well, we got there. That was... I don't know, like... You're playing like such a similar deck to me, and you're complaining about like me playing the classic variant, which is underpowered comparatively. Alright, so this hand looks good. We're going to keep. We even have a chance against Hammer Time. Opponent has mod to 6. Alright, show me your secrets, opponent. Show me your secrets. Hanging back Walker. Alright, so we're versing Hardened Scales here. That looks good. Oof. The hand looks good. Yeah, damn straight. I'm definitely a fan of this hand. Find the Lightning Helix. Attack our opponent. Pretty much everything we want to do is instant speed. Hardened Scales there. Did you catch that win last game, Trapixia? What do you think? Should we have gone after the creatures, or was it fine just shooting our opponent in the face for burn damage? Our opponent felt cheated because we didn't want to interact with his creatures. Alright, opponent on 13. Suspend, trigger, shoot in the face. We find Eidolon the Great Revel. That's a pretty darn good draw. Another Ozolith in hand. That's fine. That's legendary. I feel like we just want to hold up Lightning Helix into Lightning Bolt. I don't know. Let's get our Eidolon onto the table here. There's a chance it does nothing, and there's a chance it does a lot. Opponent concedes. Alright. Go team. I don't really expect my opponent to have that much life gain, so Skullcrack is probably an out. Roiling Vortex doesn't seem the best. I have like no enchantment hate, which is really sad. Alright, we have this 7. It's very 1 mana heavy, so I'm going to keep it. There's the Hardened Scales. Alright, we find Wooded Foothills, so we can crack that one. I might just get the basic here. This might be a match where the life total matters. In for 2. In for 1, sorry. Alright, how good's this turn 2? Usually these decks are like a turn 3 or turn 4 deck, and like the rest of it is just setting up. Amazing. That message pops up an hour and 10 minutes after I did the trade. It pops up as that message. Alright, so just deal 9 points of damage to our opponent this turn. That is fine. And then we can look to try and kill him next turn, maybe. We're going to need help from our library. Walking Ballista on 2. That's pretty fine. Lightning Helix. We don't really need the damage from the Swift Spear at this point. If he takes a bad block, then we're probably quite happy here. think we lightning bolt our opponent here in response. Buff up our creature. That will force him to Arcbound Ravager. At which point... Wait, okay, he's just buffing the Ravager off of that. And now if we path the Ravager... I guess we get like an extra prowess, but it's like not that important. Has he got Nature's Claim on his own creature? Okay. Alright, so we sort of didn't really deal much damage that turn. Ancient Stirrings. What are we finding? Hangerback Walker. Okay. Is he playing it on 2? He is. And a welding jar. Okay. We find lightning bolt. Man, I could really go with just a third land here so I can curve out, but we'll just shoot our opponent in the face, attack. Opponent might decide to block, he might not. And then we have the burn kill next turn. Alright. Thopter tokens. Jump blockers. He didn't welding jar there, which is sort of interesting. Arcbound Worker. Sure. Freakia's Core. Sack an artifact, gain a life. Alright, well, we'll just attack as we are for now. We can hold this for landfall, potentially. And we can instant speed these lightning helixes, so this is sort of fine. Pendlehaven. The Worker. Yep. Ah, opponent's out of stuff to do. We can just burn him in the face. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do the spicy upkeep, kill our opponent. So they know that it was in hand. Alright, big celebrations for the second win of the night. Oh, wow. What a rough night. We've got some wacky decks. I feel like we're a bit hard done by here tonight, but that's fine. Those nights are always going to happen, right? We probably want the third Rest in Peace realistically, and just like minus the Skull Crack because we probably want 3 in the list overall. Maybe we add 1 here, and then minus like a Skewer the Critics, and then that's probably like a well-balanced deck. Alright, cool. Well, that's going to be it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything. Cheers for coming and hanging out and talking as always. Thanks, Mana Traders. Thanks, Tropixia. Good to have some people on YouTube watching as well. Sad, Sergi, Majek, Matt.